This YouTube thing isn't working out for me. I get barely any views. I think I just quit and call it a day. See ya. Ha! No, I won't. No, I won't. Don't worry. I will keep posting lame videos forever. You know why? I might just be in the valley of disappointment. What that is and what to do about it, more in this video. So let's get into it. Like and subscribe and stuff, and toast the botnet. What? Welcome to the Toaster Botnet, where I babble about random things until you either get bored or hit the subscribe button. This week's topic, the valley of disappointment. Do you know that feeling? You start making a deep dive into a topic you're really interested in, or you're pumped and you're excited. Everything is new and you want to get to work and be productive or whatever. You dream about all the success and the accomplishments, but what you don't realize at first is you might be Dunning-Krugering really hard or something like that. And everything you thought you can master so easily suddenly gets harder, and your anticipated success does not come. Whatever it might be, you want to start a business, or get into programming, learn a new skill, start a side hustle, learn a new language, or start a YouTube channel. No matter what it might be, you soon realize it's a lot harder than you thought, and it takes a lot more work than you initially expected. You get demotivated, you get frustrated, you feel you wasted all your work and effort. You are starting to believe that your project might never pan out, and you are slowly starting to wonder if you should quit and give up. Don't give up. You might be just in the valley of disappointment. The valley of disappointment is a concept which describes the plateau of latent potential. We expect progress to be linear, but progress is more like an exponential function that starts very slowly and is barely noticeable, but later ramps up pretty quickly and yields massive results. If we look at the comparison, we see a gap where we expect growth and results, but nothing is happening. And there's barely any growth at all. But if we keep struggling through, there comes an inflection point where these two overlap, and suddenly small incremental changes and steps in the right direction suddenly yield massive results. It's like starting a YouTube channel. First you have barely any views, and a year later you still don't have any views. Okay, bad example, but you get my point. But YouTube is a great example when it's not Toaster Botnet. Starting out, no one is watching. That one is true though. And this is normal, so you just have to keep going and get better. Get good. And one day, bam! If we apply this to self-improvement and self-development, we can say that if you want to reach your goals and really want to accomplish anything in life, you have to struggle through this valley. And you need to show patience and perseverance. We should probably better refer to it with the plateau of latent potential. That's not as demotivating and may sound more positive. I think that's also what James Clear calls it, but what do I know? I didn't read it. I'm that guy, remember? But the point still stands. If you want to see positive results in any area of life, project or habit, you need to struggle through the valley and don't give up. Might take months, might take years, but eventually you might see some results. Most people give up way before then and never reach their full potential. Like me, I'm freaking lazy, I admit it. Don't be like me, be more productive. Do as I say, don't do as I do. So, how to struggle through? Well, first of all, first step is to be aware of the concept. Way accomplished by watching this beautiful Toaster Botnet video. You're on the right track. Now that you are aware, make a proper plan. Don't focus on the end goal. Whatever it might be, split your project into many small chunks, as small as they can possibly be. Establish the habit to keep on working on it every day or every week. Always remind yourself of the value of disappointment and focus only on the next step. If you focus on the big picture, you will only be frustrated and won't find motivation, which doesn't mean don't let the big picture out of sight. The big picture is good for planning, like when you do your planning session and you want to determine what the next step might be, you have to have a clear view where you want to go. After you've done the necessary planning, you need to focus on the next step. The valley can be really hard on you, no matter what the objective is, but if we make it, we sometimes get exponential results, or at least in an S-curve, which is exponential in the beginning, I think. Just keep on trying and working, and maybe one day the reward will come and you can reap the fruits of your efforts. Look at it this way. See, we always see famous people, successful people and accomplished people, and a lot of the times it looks like they are coming out of nowhere. Nobody cares about them and suddenly, boom, there they are. It makes the impression that this happened overnight. But what is more likely is that they worked their asses off and didn't give up for years prior to their breakthrough. Whatever you do, I'm not saying success is guaranteed, but if you give up now or don't even get started, well, failure is guaranteed for sure. So the only way to reach your potential in any way or form is for you to keep going and doing what you're doing and be persistent. Says the guy that's probably bored with making YouTube videos in a couple of months. Yeah, I know. Remember, do as I say, don't do as I do. I said it already. Next up, closing words. So next time when you are thinking about giving up, remember this video and remember the valley of disappointment. You might not have reached the inflection point yet, and if you keep at it, you might get exploding results when the time comes. Hustle! Hustle! I'll shut up now. That's it. I hope you found some value in this video, and as always, thank you for watching, and see you next time on the Tickety Toaster Podnet. Peace. Now, excuse me, I got to work on my YouTubing skills to get good. Laters.